Hello guys, welcome to another Pokemon video. As you can see in the title, this one is a little interesting, okay? Not only do I have a story, I have exactly what happened and all of the details. So stick around, sit back, enjoy the show. I'm going to be showing a few examples, a few things you might want to know, blah blah blah. If for anyone that cares, right? So this is a common occurrence, right? But this is my first time. I've been buying Pokemon as like an adult, right? For like about 3 years now, you know, quite a while. I've bought from multiple different sources and you know, sometimes I've risked it and it's paid off. Other times I've risked it and it's paid off because I've just got lucky so far. I've never got scammed with anything Pokemon related in my 3 years of consistent buying, right? But as you can tell in the title, first time for everything. And actually in a surprising area, too. I mean, you guys might be thinking, did you get it off eBay? Did you get something off of, like, you know, who knows, right? Like, a lot of different options, right? But no to those, actually. I got my stuff off Amazon. And, you know, a lot of times you do see Amazon listings for Pokemon stuff, and sometimes it's like, you know, 2 stars, 1 star. Well, clearly avoid stuff like that. That's your first red flag, right? But I'm gonna show you guys without showing my personal information here. Let me show you guys the listing. Let me get it pulled up. Well, I have it pulled up, but you know, I'm gonna be showing you. Okay, perfect. Okay, so this is the listing. It just came in today, right? This is the listing I bought from. And I honestly, I mean, I get there's only 26 reviews, but 4.4 stars, it mentions the Pokemon store, seems like a very legit listing, right? And also we'll go over the product I receive. We'll get there, so stick with me for that. That's pretty enjoyable, actually. I mean, pretty legit stuff. This is a common price for this premium collection box. And, you know, nothing out of the ordinary, and I don't want to show. I'm not going to go to the right because it has my address information, but I will say, to the right, I did notice this after the fact, but this is not uncommon. Okay, so I'm not saying, oh, I missed it. Oh, I'm an idiot. Well, I don't think so, but it does have a seller that's not the Pokemon store. I saw the Pokemon store at the top right there, where it says, you know, visit the Pokemon store, and thought, okay, this is legit, right? You know, this is like a legit, which I usually don't even think about on Amazon, because Amazon's typically a pretty safe area for selling Pokemon, I'd like to say. But the prices usually are higher, so, you know, people can have their opinions about that. But, yeah, so anyway, it had the actual collectible store that sold this was like Jason's Collectibles or something like that. I did like a little research on them. It is an actual shop. I'm not sure what happened. I'm not sure if they have like a third party that they're using to source. I have no idea, right? But pretty much I talked with Amazon. I mean, you guys know how it is with Pokemon stuff. They can't return stuff. It's like you buy it, but it's like I didn't get the product I technically, you know, wanted to get. They don't care. It says it clear as day. Like I'm not sure exactly where, but I know it says clear as day. It's like, you know, you can't return this, right? So it is what it is. It's not a big deal. It's my first time it's happened in forever, so like, am I out $70? Yes, but I learned a valuable lesson, and yeah, pretty much that's the case, right? So let me go back to full screen mode. I'll show you guys what I received, and then I'm going to show you guys a site you could go to that I will I mean, obviously you guys know I'm not sponsored, but I will give complete credit to. It's a great site, right? So first, let me show you the product. So this is the box. It was the proper box. I didn't realize anything. As you can see, you see Yu-Gi-Oh in there, so you know. But there was the proper box. It was laid out properly. Right when I touched a pack, though, the crease was off, and it felt weird. And I'm like, oh crap. And then I opened up the first pack, and it was all code cards, actually. And then as I kept going, there was a mixture of code cards. There was like a couple legit common cards, but they're like old cards. I don't know, it was weird. But then that was only a few cards, all right? They're almost all code cards. There's some Yu-Gi-Oh cards in there that actually were real cards, funny enough. But they're like there's like 3 commons. I'm not gonna keep them. And there was these fakes, and I mean, you could tell clear as you could tell from. I was gonna say it might be hard to tell, but no, you can tell clear as day. And they're not paper. They're like they're like a you can't even rip them. Like they're like a plastic. Oh, it's like hard to rip. Like look at that. Yeah, I mean it's crazy. But anyway, going through them, like there's just a bunch of different. I will say, as an art fan. As a fan of the arts, not that I'd ever collect fake Pokemon cards, but one card I really, really want, probably more than any other card, besides Lily's Clefairy in my life, is the Gardevoir EX. This is obviously a fake, but I love that little connection. It has Ralts, Kirlia, and Gardevoir, and I actually have the Kirlia, so I just need the Ralts and the Gardevoir. But as a fan of the arts, like that's cool. I mean, these are all going to be thrown away. I mean, maybe besides the Gardevoir, just because I don't know, I just love the art. I know it's a fake card. I'm not collecting fake cards, trust me. But anyway, to get to the point, I guess, right? This is what I received. All resealed, all repackaged. The only thing that was legit was the big card and the 2 promos, which I do like the big card. I mean, I do collect big cards, so I got something, right? But anyways, wasn't successful with my attempt to get my money back, which is no big deal. That's what I was expecting with Pokemon product, right? And this takes me, though, I learned a valuable lesson. I'm not gonna, I mean, I've never bought Pokemon off eBay or any, it's not like that eBay's bad, but, you know, there's fake listings constantly. It's a little less regulated. But to show you guys where I buy stuff off of, a reputable, very reputable seller. He has a YouTube channel. I forgot what his YouTube channel is. And I know what you guys are thinking, right? And I completely get it. It being like, oh, you're, you know, a YouTube seller, they upcharge everything. You know, they're terrible, blah, 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 right? Well, for like 99% of people, I'd probably agree. But going to the site, right? Poke-Any. I highly recommend this site. Highly, highly, highly recommend. For one, it is legit, and it's incredible. Let me make myself a little smaller here. It's legit, and it's incredible. But you go, it has English, Chinese, Japanese, Korean, and I'm not saying I bought from them like once, and it went well. I have bought for them from like 2 of my 3 years of collecting Pokemon as an adult, right? So they're legit. They are completely legit. They sell really good product. I actually just recently bought a couple like Kangaskhan collections and a 150. Those are for my brothers, and then a 151 booster box of Japanese, which was a really good price. If we go to like all Japanese, obviously you guys know I'm not sponsored, but I just want to share, you know, a place you guys can go if you are looking for a safe place to buy for good prices. Like a Journey Together box, $40 off, $80 for 30 packs. I mean, this is Japanese, of course, right? But 30 packs for 40 bucks. It is hard to beat that, guys. It really is. This is what I got. 151. You guys know how expensive 151, how crazy it is, right? $185. That's a great price. $84 for Mask and Change booster boxes. Like, prices are really good. And I watched a video, right, where he explains that. He's like, I know I'm a YouTuber selling Pokemon cards, but it's a passion for him, right? And he says he could go cheaper than a lot of other people because instead of selling, like going to the Amazon review without hopefully revealing all my information. Oh, I just closed out of it. But anyway, and then Amazon, it's sellers, right? It's that Jason Collectibles, but they're selling through Amazon, so they have fees, they have margins they have to hit, blah, blah, blah. This guy built his own website, and a lot of other Pokemon sellers, YouTube sellers, they go through eBay, you know, those third parties, right? But this guy created his own website, and it's a very good website. Like, you get promo codes, discounts. This almost sounds like an ad, but it's really not. I just want to showcase a cool place you guys can go to avoid what I went through with my Salamence Premium Collection. Not like I said, not a huge deal. I'm not torn up by it at all. But it's one of those things where, you know, it's just good to have a reputable source to get from, and I highly suggest Poke.ne. I have a lot of friends that go through it, especially from work, that go through it as well, and it's great stuff, man. It's great stuff. So anyway, that's the video. I hope you guys really enjoyed hearing my little short story. But yeah, first scam ever in the Pokemon community. Like I said, I'm still shocked it came through Amazon. I've never been worried about Amazon in my life, but I'm gonna have to be more careful and probably mainly just buy through Poke.ne. But you know, it is what it is, right? We learn lessons every day, and that's just one I learned. But hopefully you guys can take something away from this. Hopefully you enjoy my story. I just wanted to share with you guys because it was my first time getting scammed through Pokemon. What a joy, right? But no, thank you guys so much for watching. We'll have a lot more cool content coming your way. Make sure to like, subscribe, and do your thing. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye!